Models of memory management, functions of memory management, memory map for single user, partitioning, variable partition, paging, segmentation, and virtual memory. Now, these are the topics of this video lecture. Now, we will discuss one by one. Now, first, we will discuss models of memory management. Simply, we define memory management is the functionality of an operating system which handles or manages primary memory and moves processes back and forth between main memory and disk during execution. Now, there are some important functions of memory management. The first function is to keep track of all memory location free and allocated. Second function is to decide memory allocation policy, that is which process should get how much memory. And the third function is to use various techniques and algorithm to allocate and deallocate memory locations. Next topic is memory map for single user computer. MS-DOS is a single user and single tasking operating system. The memory map of single user operating system consists of kernel, command interpreter, the program to be executed, and free available memory. When computer is started, operating system loads the program into main memory and assigns as much memory as possible. If the program is terminated, it is removed from main memory. Now see the figure shows memory map of single user computer. Next is partition. Partition means dividing main memory into various sections. These sections are called partition. These partitions could be of different sizes and fixed. Hence, these partitions are called fixed partition. These partitions can be allocated to process by operating system. Now, for example, a memory of 32 kilobytes words might be divided into regions of following. The first is resident monitors 10 kilobytes, monitor 10 kilo. Very small jobs 4 kilobytes, very small jobs. Average jobs 6 kilobytes, large jobs 12 kilobytes. Now all this memory is divided into a different regions, and this is the best example of partition. The next is a variable partition. A different memory management approach known as a dynamic partition, also called as variable partition, which creates partitions dynamically to meet the requirements of each requesting process. When a process terminates or becomes swapped out, the memory management can return the vacated space to the pool of free memory areas from which partition allocations are made. In variable partitions, the number of partitions and their sizes are variable. They are not defined at the time of system generation. In variable partition, the starting address of any partition is not fixed. Consider a figure. Partition sizes are not fixed. The number of partitions also varies. See the figure. Next is paging. Paging is a memory management scheme by which a computer stores and retrieves data from secondary storage for use in main memory. In this scheme, the operating system retrieves data from the secondary storage in same size blocks called pages. Paging permits program's memory to be non-contiguous and thus allowing a program to be allocated physical memory. The logical or virtual address space of a program is divided into equal sized pages, and the physical main memory is also divided into equal sized page frames. The size of page is the same as that of page frame, so that a page can exactly fit into a page frame and it can be assigned to any frame which is free. Now see the figure shows paging model. When a computer program is to be executed, its pages are loaded into any available frames and the page table is defined to translate from user pages to memory frames. The page size is defined by the hardware. It is typically a power of 2. For example, it can be 1024 words or 2048 words per page. Now, the next topic is a segmentation. A memory management technique in which memory is divided into variable size chunks which can be allocated to processes. Each chunk is called a segment. A table stores the information about all such segments and is called segment table. So, what is segment table? Now, segment table maps two-dimensional logical addresses into one-dimensional physical address. It is each table entry has base address, contains the starting physical address where the segment reside in the memory. And the second is limit, it specifies the length of the segment. See, figure shows the segmentation of logical view. Now consider a translation of two-dimensional logical address to one-dimensional physical address. So address generated by the CPU is divided into segment number, that is number of bits required to represent the segment, and the second is segment offset, number of bits required to represent the size of the segment. Now, what is the advantages of segmentation? The first is no internal fragmentation, and the second benefit is segment table consumes less space in comparison to page table in paging. And what are the drawbacks of segmentation? The drawback is as the processes are loaded and removed from the memory, the free memory space is broken into little pieces, causing external fragmentation. The next topic is virtual memory. Now, what is a virtual memory? Virtual memory is a technique which always the execution of processes that may not be completely in memory. Virtual memory is difficult to implement and it decreases performance. They can be implemented by paging, segmentation, or combined schemes. Commonly used virtual memories are locality of reference. In locality of reference, forecast whether a page is likely to be referenced in the near future based on its past behaviors and hence may be removed from the memory. Second one is page fault. When the process is executing when only a few pages in memory and when an instruction is encountered which refers to page outside main memory, a page fault occurs. Next is working set. At any time, a process has a number of pages in physical memory. Not all of these are actively referred. The set of pages which are actively referred is called working set. The next is page replacement policy. As the number of processes and the number of pages in main memory increases, all page frames may get occupied. At this time, if a new page is to be brought in, the operating system has to override some existing page in memory. The page chosen is selected by page replacement policy. And the next is dirty page, that is called as a dirty bit. If the page in memory has been modified after it was loaded from the disk is called dirty page. If the page is dirty, it cannot be overwritten. Otherwise, updates will be lost. And the last one is a demand paging. In demand paging, a page is brought in only when demanded. When the page fault result, then only page is loaded in memory. In this scheme, lots of pages remain in memory.